Menteri Rangba ka Jelau Konrad Konggal Sangma Uloong bana kaliang ka sarkar kan khot ikibri ki badan bentalang banya keren banya selok halor ka jingtmu jong ka sarkar jela banwanra e ka rel kitmar ha berni hat riboy district habai keren kila pathai khubor na kaliang Menteri Rangba Uloong bahakum kane kapor umpat kwa ban keno yeno bat kane kadai kamat kabala sateng la bun snem Henry na kaliang ka sarkar jela kalayele ban shimkhiai ki babun tili ki mat ki bala sateng la bun snem la kadai hakamat themetor ka ILP ka khernet ka bafra bat kamat ban penbe yuput usam kadon ka jingtre shitom na kaliang ka sarkar jela banwat ikilat kilinti ban penbe ikini ki mat ki bala sateng la bun snem Menteri Rangba Uloong habayade bakalinti rel ka sarkar jela kan simkhia bha namar bakane ka dekemat ka badon ka jingedei bat shibon ki benta hakbabun na ki kenhon ki dawa ya ka jingpentre kam ya ka ILP katba ka sarkar pedeng ka dang penslem ya kane bat kampat a ya kano ka rai halor ka jingpentre kam ya ka ILP ha ka jela da ka ba Uloong ru baka jingekran ka barang ya shikmat kamdei kamat ka basuk Henry hapanya treshitam banwat ikilat kilinti bandon ka jingye menjur lang hakaba onbu hakmat jongki halor kamat banwanra ya ka rel kitmar ka rel kit brio hadu ha bernihat khenang banwanra ya ka jingmentoi ki nongshnong ha ka jelahi borok away bat kermen bakandon ka jingye menjur bat ka jingye snothu lang ha ka bayadei bat ka jingwanra ya ka rel kitmar ha ka jela
situation and I don't want to again just to go back and put any blame on anybody, but it's a problem that's been there for some time. It's not something that has come in today, and you've seen that this government has been trying to address all issues that have been legacy issues for a very long time, for many years, whether it's the sweeper colony issue, whether it is the issue of ILP, whether it's the issue of 8th schedule, whether it's the issue of border. There has been a very strong and committed effort from the state government to find some kind of solution to all these things. So obviously we will also work on the railways. It is slightly more complicated because it is linked with so many other factors where the different organizations are demanding the implementation of ILP. Government of India is still holding on to it and still has not given us a clear reply on this. So there's discussion mode is going on. So keeping all those factors in mind, it's not a simple issue, but we are working towards finding a path or a point where there is some kind of a consensus. We are hopeful that maybe if not a passenger train, then it is a goods train up to Bernihat is something that will benefit the people of the state. So can there be an adjustment and can be understanding, an agreement that will have at least the goods train coming in, because that way what we saw in the COVID period, that we had thousands of trucks coming in, we had huge cost factor coming in, and if we had the railways, then we would have been able to get the goods at a much more economical rate, and at the same time we would not have the exposure to truck drivers coming in and going out. So all these factors are advantageous, and we will be engaging with the concerned stakeholders and try to find a way in which we'll be able to at least find some way forward in at least trying to get a goods train, if not a passenger train, immediately. So when we're talking of goods train, so there's no passenger. So obviously goods train means goods and products which will be for the people, and that will help the people in general. So there's no question of influx when it comes to goods train. So can there be a meeting point where we say at least the benefit of the goods can come to the common man and the citizens of the state? So maybe we could move forward in that while we discuss on how we can check the infiltration part or the concerns of the different organizations. In Mendipathar, we have already started the facilitation center there, where if you go and check and see that there are sections where there can be some kind of a checking of individuals coming in. So all those things are steps that are confidence building measures. We're hopeful that we'll be able to move this forward also. As I said, it's a complex situation and issue, but we are trying our best. As I said, it's not possible that we can resolve everything, but I hope that we'll be able to find some way forward, especially when it comes to the passenger goods. From the government's point of view, we would want the train to be there, goods train to be there on both sides. I can tell you that the economy of Mendipathar has really gone up after the goods train has arrived there. People today are selling their vegetables in Guwahati. People who were selling vegetables at 100, 200, 300 rupees a day are today getting 2,000, 3,000 rupees. The different products that are coming in, which used to be costing much higher in Mendipatar earlier, today are getting products that are cheaper in Mendipatar compared to Dutnoy and Krishnai, which means there's a huge economic advantage to them. So there's clearly economic advantage, and people of Garo Hills have felt that this economic advantage without really affecting the illegal immigration aspect has happened. Mendi is a very, very good example of that, and people have benefited. So I hope that this example can be replicated in Bernihat, where we can get advantage of the railway in terms of economic benefit for the people, and yet not go into the negative or the issues that are concerning the people of illegal immigration, where we don't have passenger train as of now, and we start with the goods train, and only when the people feel comfortable and are somewhere in a meeting point, we can take the aspect of the passenger train also. So let's hope. Mendi is a very good example of that, and as I've said, people have benefited hugely in Garo Hills because of the railway, the goods train that has landed in Mendi. Thank you.